What's going on, everybody? Camden Drexel back for the Camden Drexel Show, and I have a guest with me, like usual, today, and I'll let him talk for himself. He's been on in the past, but I'll let him speak.
It's me, Sam the Man. I'm back since my episode did so well. We're here to blow Harneys away again. Gonna get all the good views, and y'all have just been craving to have me on again. So here we go. The first repeat guest.
Yeah,
right?
first
Yeah.
repeat, yeah. And guess
There we
what? It's
go.
actually in person, and it's not over a Zoom call, and hopefully it's a
That's
little
right.
louder than last
That's
time.
Right. That's why the audio is gonna sound so much better this time.
Yeah, we're using Chad the Dad's microphone too, which is a little bit
Yes.
better than mine. So,
Yes, sir.
all right. So I
Happy
actually
about that.
I have the quote like usual, but it's actually one you can actually think about and dissect. And I'll let it. Basically, what I wanted to do is have people really dissect it and really think about it. Say if like you're cutting the lawn or you're at work or you just want to think about something to get your mind off work.
Or like you, who does both.
Yeah,
That's
shut up.
at work.
Oh, shush. All right. Okay, so it is from Henry Ford, and it is when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. So what do you think, Sam?
Wow, that is just some deep thinking stuff.
No, it's not, but really, I just want to know what you think about it. That's
I
all.
mean, I think he would have written something about a car instead of an airplane. I mean, he made it cars, not like Boeing or whatever. But anyway, in all seriousness, it's a very nice, deep quote, and it just shows you to persevere even when everything in life might be going against you.
And Sam's just tapping something because we have something planned for later in the episode, but
Yes, we do.
what I feel like usually as of recently, I've not been probably as sad or per se thinking everything's going against me. I've been working often. I've been busy. I feel like the more busy I am, the less sad or like the more deep thoughts I have. So sometimes when I do think things go against me, I really just let it go, think about it for a little bit, and then go on and move on to something else. And this kind of relates a lot to my life, and I think that's why I chose it and wanted to see what you guys thought about what this quote means. And you're gonna have to sometimes go with crap that goes against you, because guess what? Sometimes shit hits the fan, literally, and sometimes
Hey,
I didn't mean literally, but like it's just like stuff usually doesn't work out in your favor, and you just gotta live with it. And sometimes it will, and if it does, it should work out for the good. But yeah, that's all I have to put. But let me know what you guys think about that. What are you imaging shit literally hitting the fan?
Sometimes the shit hits the fan literally. Camden Drexel 2024.
Oh hush! But guess what? I'm not like freaking bad grandpa who shits on a wall. Okay, I don't need to hear about
Yeah,
that.
you aren't 80 years old yet, pal. You never know. Never say never.
Whatever. But as usual, let's move on after the quote. How was your summer been, Sam?
It's been going good. Just enjoying the nice, fresh upstate New York air. Going to a park tomorrow to enjoy some of that more. Gonna hike. Gonna get fit. Telling you, this is my summer. I'm coming back. This is gonna be the summer of jacked Sam.
Yeah, okay. Walking's
It
not
is.
going to do anything. You got to have protein. You can't have a lot of sugar and all that stuff. There's a whole thing. What are you dieting
no,
to?
I'm going to.
Oh,
I'm only gonna eat Wendy's once a week now. It's gonna be my max. I'm not going more than twice.
He's a fanatic about Wendy's. He loves his nuggets. He always
I have
critiques
a
them.
fondness for Wendy's. I don't love it. And the nuggets aren't even my favorite thing. It's the chicken sandwich.
Oh, okay.
That's what a future thing is going to be with our buddy Mike. Or Nick, I've talked to him about it. Doing a chicken sandwich ranking, and that'll be an in-person video with them once we start our YouTube channel.
Oh, they're starting a YouTube channel. I'll let them plug that when they
Yes,
do.
sir. Yes, sir.
And Nick
Whenever it
hasn't
has a
even-
name.
Nick hasn't even been on the podcast yet.
He's a bum.
Yeah, he is a bum. I don't have time. I gotta record Optic Reacts. Oh.
Yes, follow Optic Reacts on TikTok.
Well,
Unless
guess
you
what?
have a life, in which case you probably have better things to do.
And guess what? Drex Reacts actually does WWE content and tier list videos, but guess what? He doesn't. He just watches his anime in his
Right,
dungeon.
So check out Drex Reacts for an upcoming Star Wars tier list too. if you
Oh
wanna
yeah,
see
we
that.
actually just recorded that with Sam. But yeah, no, I just been working. Got a new PC. That's what I'm recording with now, and I'm gonna be bringing it to school. My dad calls it the super PC, whatever. But
You're bringing it to school?
yeah, I have to ship it to school.
You're shipping it.
I have to ship it to school. Yeah, I'm gonna take out the money part, like the parts that.
Are you gonna insure it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
insure it. Yeah, I'm gonna do all that.
I was
Nick's
gonna
gonna work
have
with me
Nick
with
fly
that.
down to Savannah and have you build him a new
Yeah, okay.
One.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. But yeah, I'm leaving at the end of August. I'll talk about that later in the podcast because I have to
Counting
go
down
back
the
home.
days.
Yeah, what? 25 days until I leave, and
That's
it's
it?
24 days until my birthday.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I have to order.
21.
Wait, what's your shirt size?
XL. This is XL, and then it'll
Okay.
shrink. So yeah, XL.
So XL if I get you a shirt.
Yeah, because Sam always gets people shirts.
I
I had my license before
I
that.
ready. I didn't say it's gonna be anything about your license.
Oh, I hope not, because I had my driver's
Maybe
test
it will
next
be
Friday.
now.
But all right,
Driver test doesn't mean you'll pass.
that's true. That's true. But talking about my license, I do on August 9th, I am taking my driver's test because I completed my 5 hour, and I'll let Sam talk about a classified piece of paper that he had about 50 people sign,
It's
which
not
is crazy.
50.
Yeah, well, he's gonna drive it. Drive it. I'll let him explain it, and I'll let him read it for himself.
So Camden was a bit deceptive. He's making it seem like a big deal. He's getting his driver's license because, if you don't know, he's a whole 21 years old and has only
20.
had his soon to be 21 years old, pretty much if you round. That's how math works. Anyway, for a whole almost 5 years, he's just had his permit, which he had the ability to get enhanced, and he did, but he did not upgrade it to the actual driver's license itself. He was slacking. So, myself and a couple of our other friends got together and made a document. I wrote it up, and we signed it to petition Mr. Ginger here to get his driver's license because he was procrastinating on it. And we had, let me see here, 45. Wait, your sister signed it?
Yeah.
Chad Dad Drexel. That's right. Wow.
Isn't that funny?
Yes, we had 45 people sign it, and he is officially getting his. He has completed his 5 hour course, which was the first task on the sheet. What?
Put it in there.
ASMR. His official. He did his 5 hour course, and he has his driver test scheduled, so it worked somewhat. Even though he did it all 4 weeks after we gave it to him,
And
it took time, but it worked.
But guess what?
What?
As soon as I get my actual license in my hand, I'm smacking Sam with it because he's the one that's been on my ass for the past year and a half about it. And every time I'm with friends, besides Harney, get your license. Literally, that's the only thing. I understand that you guys are picking me up and all that stuff. I appreciate it. But guess what? When I get a car and all that stuff, I'm going to be honking the horn whenever I arrive at somewhere just to let you guys know I have my license. So, boom, right in your face. But, yeah, it's been crazy.
Fingers crossed you get it on the first try.
I hope so.
Otherwise, you're going to be using that nice driver's license.
No, because I'm taking it a week after then. And then I'm gonna let you guys know about the podcast updates. I'm sorry, I've been working a lot this summer, Monday through Friday. It's been full time, and it's just been too busy. Where I only have like an hour or two to myself at night, and then I go to bed for work the next morning. And hopefully, in this future for the podcast, I can record once or twice a month with people over whatever Zoom or whatever, just to capture the audio. If they want to do video, that's great. But hopefully we can do that. We can have a couple repeats of people hopping on, and even have new people hop on. We never know, because I might meet new people in Savannah. And I'm actually going to have my own room, which is crazy, which I'm going to be so happy for. And I maybe might have my roommates on, but I might have to convince them. But that's what the podcast update is as of right now. But Sam, what do we have planned for the big part of this episode?
Well, we here have a friends game that I thought would strike up some interesting conversation between the two of us. So it starts off with a question. It's supposed to be a 4+ player game where you compete teams of 2 and try and guess each other's answer to what the question would be. Obviously, we can't do that because there are only 2 of us, but I still figure we could try and guess what each other's answer would be, and we'll take turns reading the questions.
Okay.
So Cameron's going to read one first, and I'm going to answer, and if it strikes up a conversation, we'll take it from there. We have a nice big stack, but I don't think we're going to go through all of them tonight. We're probably only going to keep this episode to like an hour or so.
We're only at 10 minutes right now.
Yeah, we'll make it more brief considering how long the last one went.
No, the last one was an hour and a half, so we can go an hour, yeah.
We'll brief.
Yeah, 45 minutes, yeah. It's whatever. All right. I can choose either side, right?
Well, whichever one was better.
Okay.
Like, some of them it was only half of them, some of it, it's both, because our cards are two-sided. Trying to make this as descriptive as possible, since you can't see it, you can only hear. What? You're the one that put this one down.
Oh, then
You
put
picked
that
it
over
out.
there.
He's like, all right.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
I got one.
You have
ready?
one?
Yes.
This is one you want me to guess.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. What is my guilty pleasure?
Okay.
All right. No weird crap either, because I have no weird guilty pleasure.
Okay. So what Camden's guilty pleasure is? Well, he likes anime.
No, that's not. That's Nick. There's only one show I like that's anime. That's it.
For now. He's gonna convert you.
No, he's not. That's all Nick does on his freaking TikTok. He either makes edits or he makes.
My handwriting is terrible.
I don't care. Nobody's looking at it anyways. Sam. Yeah, no. If we have time also, and we can talk about stories from the past that we didn't bring up last episode. Sam's writing as of right now, guys. So.
Hey, I'm sorry, it took a little while. All right, I have my answer.
Okay.
Camden's guilty pleasure.
Ready? All right, you got to read
There
it
we
off.
go. Following a girl on all social media after meeting them once.
No, that's not it. No, I feel like Harney would do that.
Is what? No. That's what you do all the time. Like, we'll be at a party and, like, a new girl will show up. Like, that one of
Bro,
my friends
that was literally once.
follow him and everything, and then, like, they block him.
No,
It's true. So there's your entertainment.
that's not my
That's
guilty
true.
pleasure. You want to know what my guilty pleasure is? What
No, seriously, what is
what's
it,
the
though?
context of guilty pleasure? What would your like?
It's something that you like, but you
Uh-huh.
don't want to admit it because you think it'd be embarrassing. So it'd be like Harney saying, "Oh, I like Taylor Swift, and I listen to it all the time when you guys aren't around," or something like that.
Mine would have to be me watching WWE because freaking people always say it's fake, and then I get an argument with them because
They
that
also
even happened
say
at
that
work.
people who like WWE have a higher chance of having autism. There's like a strong correlation between it.
Where'd you hear that from?
I don't know, somewhere, but it's legitimate. It's a legitimate fact.
Okay.
So you and Mike might have to have some tests done.
No. Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
Anyway, but you don't have an actual guilty pleasure. Like if
No.
you found out, you'd be like, "Oh no."
No.
Okay, fine. Well, that one was pointless.
What's yours then, if you want to admit it?
Probably be listening to a certain musical artist. I don't know which one because there are a couple.
You can list them.
I'm blanking on them though. I'd say Taylor Swift because I do like some of her stuff.
There's a couple songs I
Yeah.
like, but that's it.
That's it. But they'll like come up on the car and be like, "Oh shit, no, like, skip it."
Exactly.
That one and Shania Twain. But I like probably Shania Twain is probably a bigger guilty pleasure because that one's rare. Because her lyrics are more like feminine, even though they're still slap. You don't. Okay. This is the next one. I'm reading this one, and Camden is answering. So it is. What is my favorite TV show of all time?
Well, you already know mine. I'm gonna put a different answer down.
It's for me.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
Someone's not playing with the full deck today.
Oh, I know. I'm a little slow. We all know that.
Can't say that. What is wrong with you?
I have ADHD. All right. Crap. There's a couple.
You have 10 seconds. Actually, no, just skip the whiteboard thing and just say it.
Oh, yeah. I'll just say it. I have two answers.
All right, what one do you think is more likely?
The first Transformers show.
No,
No, or The Office.
it's The Office.
That's what I thought.
The first Transformers show isn't that good. It's Transformers Prime. It came out in like 2010. That's the best one.
Oh, that's the one you told me. That's the one I was
That's what I
thinking
told
of.
you to watch.
So I was
First
between those two.
Transformers was
I didn't mean the first one. I meant that's the one.
If it was my favorite cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
then it would be that one or Avatar: The Last Airbender, which you have to watch because it's great.
I've
But
seen
The
some of
Office is the
them.
best of all time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Do you have any favorite like sitcom TV shows
I don't know if it's
or live action in general? Like there's sitcom, there's
Shameless.
like live action.
Shameless
Really?
was good. Shameless is good.
Oh,
yeah.
really? I couldn't tell after you started yapping during our card game the other day.
Oh, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Shout out
Did I tell you about
to
that?
Mike and Nick's mom that Sam loves, and she listens to the
No,
podcast.
I don't.
Shout out to you, Christina.
I adore her very much.
Shout out to Christina. I know you're listening.
Yeah, I'd
Love
like to
your
dedicate
food.
this episode to Christina.
Oh, here we go.
She left me for 2 weeks. I don't know how to cope.
Oh, here we go.
No, but anyway, in all seriousness, we were playing cards because I guess I like this game. It's called Rummy 500, and I turned our friend Nick onto it. And now every time I go over, he wants to play because we have a scorecard going of who wins a game each week. And I'm in the lead right now, naturally, but he's caught on and he really likes the game. So when we were playing, we got his mom to play one time. And she was a little hesitant about it. She didn't catch on. She caught on pretty quick, but she wasn't, I didn't think she was that fond of it. But when we were playing again, she's like, "Oh, I'd like to try that game again sometime." With
What are you mocking her to?
No, it's hard not to do the New York accent because it's just so wonderful.
Oh my goodness. All right, you're asking me the question.
See this, but this is a story. It comes up. So I guess, so every time I've been going over there, she's been playing with us too.
Mhm.
We've started a new scorecard. So since they've been away, Nick has played his mother, Christina, one-on-one for the first time. So it's the first time she's ever played someone one-on-one.
Who's
in
winning?
cards. So I guess I talked to Nick to just check on him, see how things are going, and he said that he whooped her the first night. They did 2 games, and he won.
Really?
I check my phone the next day. I see 2 texts from her directly.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, woohoo! It was my big night yesterday. I whooped Nick. Like, I whooped him. It was fine. I finally have. Yeah, she sent me like pictures of the scorecard and everything, and she was like in the lead.
One proud mother.
And then I was like, oh wow. So the apprentice has finally become the master. She's like, yes, it was awesome. I texted her. So I was like, I guess for our next trip, Nick and I are gonna have to send you to Vegas. And then there was just nothing after that. Like, she didn't respond.
Oh my god.
And I talked to Nick later. I was like, so how'd it go? I heard you got your ass kicked in cards the other day. He's like, yeah. And then I played her again and she rage quit. Because I was beating her so bad.
Oh my god.
That's why she didn't respond to the text. It's funny.
That's fucked up. Alright, what's this next question, Sam? Oh, sorry for the yawn.
Oh.
What's the next question? No.
It is The Office. So I'm reading you this one.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever one. Either one of the sides. There's 2 sides to the card, by the way.
What this is just a conversation starting question. What is your favorite type of cuisine? So I think that's like American, Chinese, Italian.
I'd say it really depends on how I feel that day, but like to start with, I'd say American. Like
I would probably say American too.
yeah, like a burger, chicken.
Like, because we have like barbecue stuff.
Barbecue,
more
yeah.
American.
I just
Mac
don't
and
like
cheese. Cookout stuff is like American.
exactly. And the thing I don't like is seafood. Like the thing
What?
I'm not a big fan of seafood. I'm picky, but I just don't like seafood
All
at all.
seafood.
I don't like seafood
Like,
at
you don't
all.
like shellfish, you don't
Nope.
like fish, can't even
Nope.
do shrimp, none of it.
Nope. None
Have
of
you
it.
tried all of it, or are you
I've
just
tried some
swore
of
off
it.
all of it?
I've tried some of it, like shrimp, fish.
Breaded and raw, like
Mhm.
with the cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
See, I like seafood. I just can't eat all of like a lot of it.
Yeah, I
Like
gotcha.
some of it I really like, some of it I just
Mhm.
can't digest, and then some of it I just don't like. So I'm like mixed on it.
I
I think
gotcha.
seafood is great.
I gotcha.
I
Interesting.
implore everyone to try it. It's very good.
The only thing I do like Chinese wise is lo mein. I do like lo mein. Lo mein's good.
That's the noodles, right?
Yeah, the noodles with the chicken or
You
pork
ever have
or
the
whatever.
crab rangoons?
No.
That's what I was supposed to get, and
Yep.
they messed it up. Do you remember?
Yeah, when we're helping my sister
I
move
was
in and
helping
we
Ken
got
and
Chinese.
sister move, and we all got Chinese food. And I ordered the crab rangoons, and they came and they had pork in it instead of cheese. They're like
I'm so mad.
No, I wasn't. I actually liked them.
Really?
Yeah, I went to the beach the other day with. I went to the
Oh,
beach
over
the other
there?
day- Yeah, the other
And
day
then
with
you
my
went?
little sister.
And you went there?
And then I was driving by because it's next to the tops.
Tops,
It's like all
yep.
they have out there.
Yep.
Where the beach is. I don't want to say where it is because it gives away our location.
Even though
There's a
Harney's
top-
done it.
Yeah, there's a tops in the middle of nowhere, and then there's a Chinese restaurant.
Yep.
I passed it. I was like, they're really good. I forget what they're called. I think they're beef dumplings, fried beef something, but I
Yeah.
got the wrong thing and they ended up being really good. I
Interesting.
remember one time after that, I went with you to the beach and we got them
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And then after that, one day I drove all the way out from there because I just had a craving for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up working out for the better. But
That's
crab
good.
rangoons are good. They're just like cream cheese. Ah.
Ew.
All right. Anyway, if you had a superpower? What superpower would you want to have?
I'm thinking of the boys right now. Like,
And you
literally,
can't say like Homelander and just have all of them. You need to pick one.
no, I know. If you have one in mind, just speak, cause I'm trying to think.
I have mine in mind, but what would you say? Because mine would easily be telekinesis.
What is telekinesis?
What do you think it is? I want to hear how stupid your answer is. Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Because I almost said something that would give it away.
Oh, reading minds.
No, that's telepathy. Telekinesis is where you move things with your mind.
Oh,
It's like the Force. That's what I almost said and gave it away.
Okay, that makes sense. But for me, like the only thing
Just
I
because I
can
think
think
would be
of,
the most practical.
I don't know. Like,
Yours would probably be like the Flash or something.
no, I wouldn't even want speed. I want something like,
If you ain't first, you're last.
what the heck was it? Why am I blanking? I'm trying to think. I want something like,
What do you do?
Deadpool. Like what?
Regenerative healing?
Yeah, regenerative healing.
So do you want it like Deadpool or Wolverine? Because Deadpool, he grows his limbs back. It just takes time. Wolverine heals instantly, but he can't
I
grow
want
anything
instantly.
back.
I want
Like
instantly.
if he cuts his hand off, it's done. It's toast. Like it'll
Oh.
just scab over.
No, then I want how Deadpool is. Regenerative healing. Like
I'm
Deadpool.
pretty sure he can grow his head back and stuff too.
Yeah. So you really can't die unless you
Wolverine's
kill.
cooler because
That's
he has the
hard.
claws.
Yeah. I agree. Alright. Next question. Oh, how many best friends do I have? Okay. So I have a small story on this. So, as of I think high school, I used to be friends with a couple other people, and then stuff just came up, and I really wasn't enjoying being friends with them anymore. And basically, I cut my circle to who I had at the lunch table, which was Harney, Sam, um, other buddy Zach, um, um, I didn't talk to Nick much during high school.
Yeah, one of our friends that we're good friends with now went to school with us, and we just didn't really know him then.
Exactly. So
And
I
now we're
probably
friends with him
had.
now. It's kind of weird. Do you ever think about that? Like how you're friends and you do things with them now? Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to rub this into Camden, but I'm going on vacation with Mike and Nick
Mm-hmm.
and our buddies Zach and Matt at the end of August, and like just sitting there in high school, looking back, knowing that someone I would eventually be going on vacation with was sitting right next to me, and I just didn't even know it yet or didn't even know them. It's just a weird thing to think about. Like I remember meeting Mike for the first time because
Yeah.
he works at a restaurant. Even though he's not a server, he brought me my food the first time
Mm-hmm.
because I was with Harney, our other buddy, who he knew at the time.
Yeah.
Like not knowing how good of a relationship I would have with him later on,
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about that stuff and just how fast time's going.
and how wonderful their mother is.
Oh, here we go. Talk about
I'm kidding.
Christina. But no, it's just I only have probably about 5 best friends now, really, that are like close to when I talk to every day or every other day. But it's just things have changed, and the older you get, you really see who your best friends are, to be honest. And mind you, they're going on a vacation on my birthday weekend when I turn 21. So we're doing something a week before at
It's
the
not our
land.
fault.
No, I know. Even though I mentioned it to you guys, but
So
whatever. But no, we are doing something. Hopefully, there's a podcast that night out at the land. And Chris actually decorated the camper that we're in. And it's going to look so
What
nice.
do you mean?
No, because you shut down and you crapped on the freaking old camper.
No,
in the
I
last
didn't. Okay,
episode.
he
Yes,
didn't
you did.
decorate it. He fixed it.
He did fix it.
Decorating, you're making him seem like he fixed it just for your birthday party. He didn't. He fixed it up.
He fixed it up just in general so it looks better and actually
Yeah.
things work. And Sam's room doesn't have bugs in it again. And Nick said he wants.
Camper was fine.
But
I
here's
was
the-
just saying it was more. It had.
It was run
character,
down.
Being all run
Is that
down.
what you're saying? Yeah, there you
Yes.
go.
It
But
had
no.
character.
So Nick said he wants the front room, but it should be me because it's my birthday weekend.
See, I knew you would do this.
But I'm just saying. But if not, I don't care. I just don't want to be near Harney because that man
Bring
moves
my
while he
tent,
sleeps.
making you sleep outside.
No, I'm not sleeping outside. It's my
You can
freaking
be
birthday,
one with
buddy.
Nature.
Here we go.
Run the tent over with a mule lamp. You're like,
Yeah, okay. That's enough. But yeah, no, the land's gonna be great in the next month. But yeah,
if you don't know what the land is, view our previous podcast, episodes 3 and 4.
Hopefully we do a lot more fun stuff, and hopefully we have a better movie for the projector screen again.
Oh yeah, we got to think of that.
Yeah.
You better not be like, oh, it's my birthday.
No, we'll vote on it. We'll vote on it. But all right, Sam. Next question. Let me ask the next question. All right. This next question is.
I think this just applies to like space in general.
Yeah. So would you go to space?
With the state that it's in now?
Yeah.
Do you think we've been to the moon, like, actually, or do you believe all the conspiracy theories?
I don't believe in conspiracy theories. If it happened to happen,
actually been there, and like this one small step for man.
The thing, you want to know something? I really don't care, because if it happened to happen, I really don't give a crap about history. I want to live in the now, and I don't care much about the past. But you live and you learn. But as we learned in school, they went on the moon, but I don't know about that.
So they say.
But whatever.
But I don't know if I'd want to go to space, though. It's like you go to Mars, there's nothing to do. Like, they have water, but there aren't any trees, there's no fruit.
Yeah, and you barely
all that
can
crap
breathe.
with you.
Yep.
And you have to adjust to the atmosphere, like in The Martian.
Exactly. What's the other question?
What does the back say?
Oh. What is it? This one.
But do you think we're ever going to get to Mars?
Take that out and read that. That's a good one. Just like in general, if you had to pick one.
What
we pick it for each
character
other.
am I?
No, without friends. What character would you like be from and like animated TV or whatever, just in general.
So what animated character would we be?
Or even TV actor or movie actor.
Canon would be SpongeBob.
I could see that. 100%.
He's annoying and he's lives alone and he doesn't have his driver's license.
Him and the freaking driver's license, dude. Always between us two. Always. Damn.
He's like a mix between SpongeBob and Patrick. Like you like mush both of them together. That's canon.
I feel like I have a good one. I think you could be Ron Burgundy if you were more outgoing.
What?
I'm just like the hair, like if you had a little bit shorter hair, like you could be Ron Burgundy. Like I could see it. You're
he's
giving
like
up.
loud.
I said if you were more outgoing and all that.
Like he has no sense of his surroundings. Like he'll just say something.
Yeah, well, sometimes you do
It's
that.
like Matt.
True. What other character would you be? You're like a Dwight from The Office, I would say.
More than Michael.
Yeah, you're an in between, but like those two are like it's Dwight more
like
than.
If it was from The Office,
yeah,
I don't know who you'd be because there aren't really kind of fit into your own
Andy.
thing. Yes.
Yeah, I knew that.
I forgot about it. Block him out.
Yep, I agree. Yep. Trying to think, what else?
Learn how to play the banjo.
The banjo. And I have to go to that prestigious college.
Oh yeah, it's
what is it?
Cornell.
Cornell. Yep.
Where is that?
It's in New York.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's in South New York, I think.
Because that's in Pennsylvania, so it makes sense.
I thought it was. Yeah. So it's close.
But you have a guitar too.
Yeah,
you still have to learn how to play.
Mm-hmm. It's hard, dude. It really is. But once you get the hang of it it's really about
hang of it.
Shut up.
You say it like that?
Because I was yawning.
Knees.
No, I was yawning. It's just
Sorry,
you gotta really know your finger placement for the stringing and all that
you
stuff.
need to develop the dexterity.
Exactly.
Both hands.
Dexterity, yeah. Because I'm more left-handed than right-handed.
Well, I'm left-handed too. You also have to have a left-handed guitar. Is your guitar left-handed?
No.
All right. Well, that's problem number one.
Well, I got given to me for free, but you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna spit this out there, and this is for all the guys, like the good, my close friends or whoever's listening to this. Do you guys play pickleball? Because if so, I do want to play.
What?
I'm thinking of it because I'm looking at my pickleball paddle right now. I play it while I'm at school with my teammates and all that stuff, and I love it. It's fun.
You need to go to the town.
No, that's what it's at the town.
Yeah, but it's all like old senior citizens, and they talk mad smack. They used to tell us about it all the time.
Oh,
you used to hear
I'll
about
beat
it.
'em.
Like my mom.
I'm pretty good.
In town, like who work there, because I have inside connections. They used to come in. They say the pickleball players are the most annoying and the most rude.
Oh, I'm not.
Out of all the patrons that come in for an activity.
Well, they can talk a lot of smack. I don't care, but I will. But I'm not gonna be an a-hole about it. So.
Camden goes to play pickleball, he just starts crying afterwards.
No, I don't cry.
Beaten by all these 70-year-old people.
Oh my gosh. No. No, that's not me.
You're gonna get taught a lesson today, buddy.
Hold on. I'll let you talk to them for a minute.
I don't have
grab
to.
something.
Wait, don't leave me.
No, I'm right here.
Oh. Why'd you make it seem like you're gonna leave? I had to keep up the company. Oh. Somebody's been to Spencer's.
Spencer's?
No, I'm
What?
kidding.
No, I went to the
hide your
comic.
special drawer.
So I went to the comic store. You guys won't be able to see this, but I got 2 new comics, which is the new X-Force that just came out on July 31st of this year.
That one?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I was like, I don't have this. What if Donald Duck became Wolverine?
yep, that too. But if you guys haven't seen the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie, you guys should go see it. It is great. And if I don't want to spoil anything, but the funniest thing
We'll have to do that next. We'll do a Marvel tier list.
Oh, we should do a Marvel tier list. But the one thing that stuck out to me and that was funny in the movie was Deadpool talking about masturbating, which still doesn't make sense at all. But it was so funny.
But talking about.
But
that.
but there's no context to it. But like, it was
I swear
just.
if I come to your house next time and there's just a pair of Hulk hands sitting on your bed with a hole cut into them, I'd be like,
What are you?
You're the one that brought it up.
What are you talking about?
They're like, oh no, you got me.
But yeah, is there anything else, Sam, you're thinking of or talk about? Stories that you're thinking of?
Nah. What do you got to say? How much time are we at?
30 minutes.
That's a decent length.
No, we can go for another 5-10.
Mike and Nick occupied while they're in New York. Hopefully they listen to it because we know.
No, Mike won't because he's always on Twitter.
People around us like listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when any of the people on the Friends Around Camden's podcast, and they give us reviews. So like, I think we try and bring them up a little more, make it a little more entertaining for them, or gear it towards them, saying things we know they will enjoy.
I agree. Like Mike doesn't. If he's on the podcast, he does not want to talk about sports at all. Even though we're both sports minded. Yeah.
Why?
He just wants to leave it out. He just doesn't. I don't know why.
Go off on a rant.
Oh, he would, but that's whatever. But the thing is, Sam has recently started playing WWE 2K24, which
not recently.
Well, we have been since I've been home.
Yeah, we've been playing a little more. I played with Mike a little bit after you left.
Tell him a story about Harney with the 2v2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is funny. This happened.
Because this is before. Lately, we've just been playing Smash Brothers every time because it's way better.
Yeah, and I always get fourth, third, or sometimes second. I'm starting to get a little better. It is fun to play, but you only
is the weakest player. I'm not saying that in a negative way. He just needs to play it more.
I use Pac-Man a lot. I do like Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's his favorite.
Yeah, he's my main, right?
Your main.
My main.
You finally made up your mind because Cameron changes it every time.
Oh hush.
It's like, I have told you my main Sonic. I definitely have it. It's Sonic now. I'm playing Sonic. And I go upstairs and I literally come back down. He's like, so I've changed my mind. Pac-Man is my main now. And anyway, but before that, we were grinding WWE 2K because we would always do 2v2.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, Mike, Camden, and our buddy Harney. Well, there was one night where it was Harney was on your team, right?
No. He was on Mike's
team. It was me and you?
Yeah, it was always me and you.
Okay, so it was Camden and I on one team, and Mike and Harney on another team. And Harney and Mike were Undertaker and Kane. So they were two big guys, and I think Camden and I were two smaller, like, stockier guys. I can't remember who I was. But I was just kicking Harney's ass as Kane. Like, he could not get up. He was getting riled up, and he rage quit. He just left. He threw it. It was the most angry I've ever seen him.
He didn't throw the controller. Otherwise, Mike
he flipped the controller. He like flung it out on the table.
No, not on the table. It was on the couch.
He's like, fuck this game. I'm out of here. I don't usually say the F-bomb. It's because I know someone will say something about it.
Oh, whatever.
If they're listening.
But I don't
want it to be held against me, so it's only as the quote for Harney. He's like, fuck this game. I'm out of here. This game is stupid, bro. It's stupid.
Yeah, he's
don't even bother with this game. It's rigged.
Yeah, the Harney. That's my go-to game. If that's actually a game I'm good at besides Fortnite, but Fortnite's Fortnite. It's overrated.
12.
But no, WWE. it's been in my life since I was about 11 years old. It's helped me through my childhood, even though there's a lot of trauma and bad stuff that happened. But
Wow, way to bring it down.
Well, no, I'm just saying WWE means a lot to me. So, but
I'm sure it means a lot to a lot of other,
But Sam, who's your main?
Oh, in Smash Brothers?
Oh yeah.
Because I've tried a couple. Because Smash Brothers is great.
Uh-huh.
I do. Bowser's my favorite. He's my main.
He's his big man.
I do a lot better with the heavy characters.
Even
for some
though
reason.
his super sucks.
Bowser's Final Smash is kind of bad.
It's bad.
But I've been using King K. Rool and Ridley too.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ridley a lot. I just played him for the first time the other day, even though I don't know what he's from.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's considered a heavy character.
Right.
He's good. He's like the dinosaur, the pterodactyl.
Yeah.
And King K. Rool, but they aren't my other favorites. I'd say my second favorite is definitely Link.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Did you ever play Link? He's like one of the only lighter characters I like. I tried Sephiroth a couple times, but it didn't really work. I couldn't figure out the controls and the combos. And I do like Samus, but I just never do well. But I like playing with her, though. Don't look at me like that. I didn't think about it. Like,
Oh my god.
I think you're so clever,
Yeah.
dirty boy.
Yeah, there you go.
I like to play as her character
There you go.
in the video game.
There you go. Smart.
That's right.
Better way of saying it. Better way of saying it. Trying to think,
I corrected myself.
What
That's
other
what you do.
fun nights have we haven't really done much this summer because I've been working, you've been doing your business.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not working
you went
anymore.
Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore, but you did go to the Buffalo Con with Nick and Mike. You can talk about that.
I did.
Talk about it. Who'd you meet? What'd you see?
Yeah, we went with
What'd you
the
buy?
intention of, well, I'll say this. We all kind of wanted to meet different people because Nick is more geared towards anime, Mike is more geared towards WWE. I like voice actors and just whomever is from something I like, so I don't really have a specific thing.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to spend $1 million on it because I had done that last year in Canada, and I was like, I don't want to blow more money on this kind of thing because the signatures can sometimes be
Like
pricey.
50 to like $150. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're expensive.
So the big star for this Comic-Con was Ray Park. He was the big draw. He was like in the center on all the pictures. For those of you who don't know, Ray Park is the physical portrayer of Darth Maul. So he did all his stunt fights in episode 1,
Yeah.
The Phantom
Love Ray
Menace,
Park.
and he did the mocap in Star Wars, in Clone Wars Season 7.
Mm-hmm.
So he's big in Star Wars. Like, people know him. He was Toad in X-Men,
Yeah.
the first one, too.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna go, but
So yeah, he was a big draw.
I didn't
And
go.
then, so he was who I was going to probably get something signed for. I brought my Darth Maul pop just in case.
Mhm.
So I was going back and forth on getting something signed because it's expensive. And you're standing there for like, if it was
15.
him, it would probably be like an hour.
Yeah.
Because he's the big one. And then my buddy Mike, our buddy,
Yeah.
ordered the photo ops ahead of time. So he was all planned out. He had all his set. He didn't have to worry about getting there early or whatever. He was going to meet Shannon Elizabeth from, I think it's Scream or Scary Movie, one of them.
I think Scary Movie.
Scary Movie, yeah.
I think so.
And Kane
Yeah.
from WWE who's another big name. Like,
Mayor of Knoxville.
WWE, Kane. It's Knox County.
Knox
Tennessee.
County. Whatever.
For some reason, they have 2 Knoxes in Tennessee. But yeah, Mayor Glenn. So he was all set, and then our buddy Nick was going to meet 2 voice actors from My Hero Academia.
Which is actually my favorite anime and only anime I watch.
So he was going to meet the voice actor for Todoroki, who's one of the main characters, and the
Todoroki.
voice actor for...
Eraserhead.
Or yeah, I forgot what his character's name is.
Oh. How did I just knock over?
Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I pick him up because I'm driving. I always like that. Yes, that's it. Why, you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So those are the 2 he's going to meet. I pick him up, they get in the car, and Nick is already off about something. He's like, I'm so pissed, bro. The guy who voices Todoroki canceled because Nick, leading up to the con, had ordered a special figurine to have signed, and it got there the day before. It was perfect timing. He spent a good chunk of change on it, and the voice actor just canceled.
Wow.
Out of nowhere.
What a bitch.
And it was a you won't be saying that in a minute once I explain. You're gonna feel bad.
All right.
And he was supposed to be there all weekend too. We were only going on Saturday, and the
Mhm.
con was going from Thursday to Sunday, and he was supposed to be there all 4 days, and he just dipped out of nowhere.
Mhm.
So Nick was kind of down, and I'm like, well, at least we still have Ray Park. And they're like, oh yeah, by the way, he canceled too. And I was like, how do you do that? Like and he was only there for Saturday too. So the
Yeah.
guy who was like the big draw for the convention
Pulled out.
pulled out. It's like, well, damn, what do I
That's
do
why
now? Because I was like, well, I don't know who I would want to get signed. And then I was scrolling through the guests again just before we left because we had to stop and get money. I was like, what could I stop and get last minute? And I saw the voice actor for Wolverine is there, the guy who did the original voice, Cal Dodd from X-Men,
97.
the 90s cartoon, and then now X-Men 97 too. He came back
Yep.
to do it, which is fantastic. It's a great show,
Mm-hmm.
and I recommend anyone watch it.
Did you get anything signed there?
So that's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Was like, I think I saw a Wolverine figure at Target the other day, so I haul into there with Nick, and lo and behold, like in the very back of the shelf where all these figurines are, like tucked behind, there was a Wolverine figure. It had a perfect box, so it was great. It worked out, so we're hauling it through the store, check out,
Mhm.
get in the car, and we just peel it to Buffalo
Really?
to go to the con.
That's crazy.
So we get there, we look around, but mainly we were just there for the autographs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smaller con. It's nicely done, but they didn't have it was kind of disorganized. You could tell, I think it might be the first
Yeah.
year they've done it.
First couple, yeah.
So the first person we met was the guy who voices Eraserhead
Mm-hmm.
from My Hero for our buddy
Yeah.
Nick. Really, really nice. So if you're thinking about meeting the voice actor, I forget his name. I know his first name is Chris.
Yeah.
So the gentleman who voices Eraserhead, Chris, if you're thinking about meeting him, do it. He was very personable. His line
I do
wasn't
like
too
his
long.
character.
Very cool guy. So we're standing there talking to him, and we go, and Nick goes, "What do you know? What happened to the voice actor of Todoroki? He was supposed to be here, and he canceled."
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Well, actually, because obviously they work together, Todoroki's voice actor had like a ACL tear, and he had to have an emergency surgery." Because I
Oh
guess
my
what he said,
God.
his ACL had torn a couple months earlier, and he had the surgery then to fix it. And then right before the con, there was another complication, and he had to go into an emergency surgery
Wow.
then and have it fixed. So it was
Nick
just poor
didn't tell me that.
timing. Yeah,
That's
but he
crazy.
said, "Don't worry, he'll be back." So I'm sure if they do the con again, he'll have his
Yeah.
chance to have it signed.
Okay.
But by a stroke of luck, another voice actor from My Hero Academia was there that Nick didn't know about.
Who was it?
Probably because they didn't put the picture up. But the guy who voices All for One, is that it, the bad guy, was there.
Yeah.
And they had one figurine left on the table. And Nick was like,
How much was
if
it?
I buy that, or is that available to buy? And he's like, yeah, it's the last one, but it has a little damage on the back. Nick was like, I don't care. Just sign it. He looked up a quote right there in front of the guy so he could write it down because Nick wanted a quote on there. And he got it. It was the last one. So he got All
The
for One.
box looks fine. I looked at it the other day.
So it's on the back. It's just on the back. It's like a crease.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, but it was the last one. It was either like now or never.
Exactly.
Because if you walk around to try and find a All for One pop, people are going to jack it up
Exactly.
because they know the actor's there and
How
people
much
are going
was
to need
it?
it. So I think
50, 60?
no. I think it was 85 for the signature and the pop.
Oh, that's
together.
good. That's not bad at all.
And the guy said since it's damaged, I'll throw in a free selfie. Because normally selfies are
Oh,
separate.
yeah.
So we got a picture with a voice actor. Got a picture with both voice actors. Mike ended up caving and getting autographs for Shannon and Elizabeth and Kane because he was just going to do the pictures with them
Yeah.
because he doesn't really care about autographs. But he's
Mhm.
like, want to get Shannon and Elizabeth because no one is there. So he just went right up and just got the autograph. And we looked over. Nick and I like kept our distance and we just looked at him and we're just cringing the whole time.
You're
He
like,
was sitting there just nodding her head and smiling. He just hell, she's just like,
yeah.
and Mike's just going on and really detailed in his story. We could see his like hands moving around and stuff. He was like really into it.
Talking to her?
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
Nick and I were just laughing the whole time.
I bet. And freaking Mike actually made a binder for the signatures that he got. He
No,
showed
I
me.
did.
You made it for him?
Well, I think he brought the binder, but I brought the covers and all that just in case. 'Cause
okay.
Mike was just gonna leave them in the as they were, like he had nothing to put them in.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. That's cool.
So
Yeah.
I think he ended up getting a binder afterwards, and I brought the binder for then. Took it
Okay.
back.
I gotcha. Yeah, no, the reason why wanted to go was to go meet Darth Maul because he's one of my favorite Star Wars
Right,
characters.
because young Boba was there too,
Yeah.
Daniel Logan, and they
And
were gonna do a panel together.
Mm-hmm.
So that obviously fell through.
Thank
Don't know
God
what
it
happened to
didn't
Ray.
go.
We don't know what happened to Ray Park because we didn't have anyone to ask about that. They didn't give a reason.
Exactly. And thank God I didn't go because that's really one of the only reasons why I wanted to go.
Between Nick meeting his voice actors and Mike meeting Kane and Shannon Elizabeth, I went and I met Cal Dodd, the voice of Wolverine.
Mm.
And his booth was all decked out. Like, he had a big Wolverine comic cover behind him lit up. He was all dressed out. He had a Wolverine
See, now there's dedication.
Letterman jacket with patches and stuff all over it. He was all decked out. He had Wolverine shoes, sneakers,
that's cool,
with scratches on it. So he's really into it, and he's really nice too. So I got the figure signed. It was great. So I have a figure signed of my favorite superhero of all time, because odds are I'm probably never gonna meet Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, especially now.
Yeah,
after that movie.
Because but he's talk about perfect casting. What do you think some of the perfect castings for superhero movies or movies in general have been? Where it's a character that's getting adapted to something and they just nailed who was playing them, or whoever was playing them nailed the part.
Characters or show, actual movies, the whole cast?
Individual. It's individual characters that are from a source material that they hired.
I'll start with Star Wars. I'll go with Darth Maul. Anakin.
No, from not portrayals individually. I mean, when they were already based off something. So a book or a comic or...
Harry Potter was good.
Really? You think they cast everyone in there pretty... I do too.
For somewhat, yes. Yeah. And then
some of them are off. Hermione's perfect.
Yeah.
You can't be Emma, because they're thinking about bringing Harry Potter back as a TV show.
That I would actually watch
doing a season per book, I think. But I just don't know how they're going to top it. Top the movies.
True.
When the movies are so beloved already.
Yeah. They just want to make more money.
Especially nowadays where people complain about anything they can.
Yeah.
They'd just rather be negative than positive.
But besides movies, I'd have to go, and I'm actually looking at it now, is The Boys. The comics were pretty crappy, but then they made the show. No, I've heard bad things about them. They're not good compared to the show. The show was one of my top 5 favorite shows right now. And I would have to say also, what was I just looking at? Oh, another one that's a show is Invincible. I haven't finished season 1 yet, but I've heard really good things.
Fell asleep.
Dude, we talked about that last podcast because I was sick. It's the main reason why.
Yeah, well, the thing right before that, you were like, oh, we could just crank out a whole season tonight, man. We won't have to worry about it. We'll just sit here, we'll just go through the whole season, and we'll just be set. And you just fell asleep within half of an episode.
And then Sam brought me home, and then I started not feeling good. So
you?
Yeah, you brought me home.
You stayed the night.
No. Remember? Because the next morning I went to urgent care. You brought me home that night because I was woozy. I'm like, Sam, I'm not feeling the best. Yeah.
Maybe. I think so, because I was mad at you because you were like, because Camden, 50% of the time I see him, he's sick. And he's sneezing or hacking or doing something.
Am I always
get mad. No. That's what I was thinking about. That's why I said 50% of the time.
Yeah.
So that time he was just like, oh, don't worry, it's just a cold, it's just, I'm coming down off of it. I just got to cough the big piece of phlegm up in the back of my throat, which he said for 3 days, and it's not how it works anyway. I don't know. I think it might be something serious. I might want to get checked out. He's like, no, I'm good. I'm just going to cough it up. Be A-okay. And the next morning I talked to him. He was like, yeah, so I went to urgent care just to have it checked out. I'm like, yeah, and he's like, they think it's, what did they say?
Influenza A. That's what it was.
It was influenza. First you said it was strep throat. I was like, well, great. Yeah. Thanks. Because he was in my car.
Yep.
Just sneezing and hacking all over the place.
And then it just got worse. Then I went to the hospital, and then I just took meds for the next week, and I was fine. So, but to go off that, what are you going to do about the whole YouTube with the guys? What do you plan on doing? What's the whole spiel on that?
Mostly I think we're going to be primarily reaction or podcast content. I think Mike wants to do primarily podcast discussion stuff or movie reviews. He doesn't really want to do reaction stuff.
Okay.
So we'll go see a movie and talk about it afterwards, or just do a podcast where we talk about all of them.
Okay. Smart.
I would be fine doing reaction stuff, so I think if we do that, it'd be Nick and I. We'd team up and do it.
Mm-hmm.
TV shows and whatnot. Obviously, he'd still have his anime content separately. This is a whole complete group thing that we've been talking about for months now, and I know our buddy Matt wants to jump in on it too, and he brought it up the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He come on as a guest, so it's really starting to progress, and hopefully soon it will all fall into place. It'll be a thing.
What I'm thinking of too is what you can do with Mike, or even Not
because
necessarily.
we all have the schedules to do it. Like we
Yeah.
would have a lot of time to film everything because I'm over there almost like at least 3 times a week probably. And we could obviously do more if we had a set schedule and we were really committed to it.
Agreed. Yeah.
And then Nick would be our editor. He'd edit all the videos. He knows
Because he does that in the basement and all that stuff as
all
usual.
that. Yeah, Nick in the basement.
Yep. But no, also I was gonna say, just me spitting ideas. I could see you and Mike, Nick, whatever, whenever you guys are hanging out, you guys could do like board game, like you guys playing board games.
Content.
Yep, where you guys have like an overcam of like say code names. Remember we did code names? You could do that. You could have that, so you could have a camera, one facing all the cards on one side, and then a camera on you guys, and then camera on the other guys.
So we do podcasts, movie reviews, or both of them. Reactions, that's 3. Game nights.
4.
We could do skits too.
5, yeah. Skits are hard.
I want Christina to do like cooking videos and stuff with us, where she shows us how to do cook, because she does a lot of desserts.
She does, and they're
fancy
good.
Desserts. So like she could do it, and one of us could be in there helping her. Because she normally doesn't like help, so I feel like create a more unique dynamic with someone else in there.
Stuff like that.
And because Nick and I don't really know how to like cook or anything like that, so it would be a good exposure for it.
And the thing is too, I like eventually if you guys get like traction and stuff going, I can help you guys with the algorithm learning stuff because I'm doing it at school. And also, if you like, you eventually you guys could go live.
What about you? You don't want to talk about your opportunity?
Well, about what?
That you told us the other day.
I don't know if it's still happening or not, but like right now, I'm trying.
Camden is really progressing though. That's what he's just trying to say, is that he's in a place where he's starting to have opportunities presented to him.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's true or not. It's just a family friend. Hopefully it goes through, but if not, oh well. It's an opportunity is opportunity. If it falls through, it falls through. I'm not hyping myself up about it. And the thing is too, like I'm learning a lot more about social media. I'm learning about algorithm, what certain type of algorithms on each. Like I know a little more about what is it? YouTube's algorithm. When probably back when I did the podcast with Sam, I was more about TikTok because I was posting consistently, but I've changed my stuff around and I'm not getting as many views. So like algorithm wise, I know now TikTok, YouTube, Instagram's hard, Twitter's hard.
Plus TikTok's going down anyway, so you don't really want to commit too much time there.
So that's why I'm going to YouTube.
YouTube is like the most consistent one.
And hashtags are the main thing. Your thumbnail, iffy. It really, sometimes it depends, it doesn't. But sometimes it can be auto-generated. YouTube's getting a little smarter, and sometimes it's annoying as well, which I've caught to the thing where something that's not copyright or something that's copyrighted or fully blocked, it's a pain in the butt, but I deal with it. So, but yeah. But Sam, any last words or anything else you want to add for this episode?
No, I don't. I just want to say shout out to Mike and Nick. I hope they listen to this while they're away and they staying safe down in their motherland
of New York.
And Christina.
Oh, here we go. And Christina. Whatever.
Because I was thinking about it, because I'm going to go home and I'm going to eat some of these pretzel bites that she made. They're really good.
You saved them?
Yeah.
Oh, and Sam's making his own lemonade now.
I am. I have been trying to get a little bit more culinarily inclined. So I've just been starting out with drinks. And it's going good. I tried apple cider a couple months ago in the fall. It didn't.
Was it good or no? No, okay.
Did you have it? I can't remember. Yeah,
no.
The reviews for that weren't good. What happened was I made the apple cider. So you put apples.
Oh,
and yeah, well, because I tried using my own apples because I have an apple tree in my backyard, and I don't know if the apples are good by themselves or not. I probably should have just bought them from the store, but I have this apple tree.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what can I use apples for? Apple cider, because I just don't want to eat apples right,
off, yeah. I got you.
They're green apples, so I don't know if they're good for cider. So I was like, I'll use them in apple cider. It'll finally be productive. I've been growing this tree for 10 years waiting for it to get fruit. Now I can finally do something with it. So I plucked them all. I got good ones that didn't have like a lot of holes in them because the bugs get to them back there.
Ugh.
And Marla said she tried one of the apples and they were good. They were a little tart. This was the season before. So now this year they've started to ripen up and get a little pollinated a little better. The tree's maturing better.
That's good.
So I cut them all up. I got all the supplies, the cinnamon, the thyme, which was I put like $40 into supplies for this.
For the cider, and it turned out shit.
I put like $40 because the seasoning is expensive. The spices.
Really?
Yeah. Just so I could make use out of my free apples, I put $40 into the spices. When I could have just went to the store and gotten like a $5 gallon jug. So I was like, nah. I was too stubborn. I have to put the work into it. I want to accomplish something, and I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was terrible. It was like too thick.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't watered down enough. It was too syrupy.
Yeah.
And the taste was just too tart, so I just dumped a crap load of sugar in it.
Makes sense. And
then what happened was, as you're straining it out, like 'cause I left the peels in there and all that.
Yeah.
You get like a pulpy thing, and you're just supposed to toss that out. But I was just putting it in a glass bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic melts, so I was putting it in the glass bowl. I strained all the apple cider. I did something with that. I was gonna just chuck the little pulpy stuff, but I was like, this kind of looks like apple cider, or not apple cider, apple sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the cupboard and I just dumped a bunch of cinnamon in it and just mixed it up and ate it, and it tasted like good applesauce. So I brought the next day, and when the cider was done, it cooled down, it settled. I brought the cider and I brought the applesauce to our friend's house for their folks for them to try.
Yeah.
But they aren't really applesauce cider people.
Oh, I am.
So they tried the cider and they were like, nah. They're like felt like they were trying to figure out how to say it was bad without really
Saying it's bad, yeah.
like it's it can be improved, whatever. And they try the applesauce, like, wow, this is great. Like, no, this is really actually really good. Maybe a touch less cinnamon, but other than that, like, yum. And I was like, great. The thing I was unintentionally trying to make ended up being better than the damn cider.
That's funny.
That I spent because I spent hours on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I then saw a TikTok, which is how it all started, from the same guy who did the cider on how to make strawberry lemonade. I was like, that seems easy enough. I tried that out, and it turned out way better. Everyone liked it.
It was a little too tardy for me, but as of recently, actually today...
Chris said he liked it, and Christina even too. So I was surprised. Our friend's parents.
Yeah, and right before we recorded this podcast, Sam brought over, what was it, peach?
Peach mango lemonade.
And it was
a lot
good.
more
It was my
sour.
favorite.
It needs more lemon. The
A
lemon
little
kinda got
bit,
drowned
but still,
out.
it was good. That's my favorite one.
So it's pretty good. Hopefully it'll be even better when it settles, because it was still a little warm when I brought it to Camden.
It was so good, though.
But
It's refreshing.
I think the strawberry lemonade was my favorite out of the
Not
three
me.
so far.
Nope.
Well, I'll remember that. So next time you're at Mike's,
I'll
bring
drink
some
it,
when
but,
you're,
like,
you're there.
I gotcha, yeah. Yeah, that's
So
pretty good.
that's it. That's how I progress. Maybe one day I'll actually move up to actual food. You know, maybe like a quesadilla or something. Branch out. Yeah, you only need 3: cheese, butter, tortilla.
Okay.
Make me a quesadillo.
If you had to tell a joke, what joke would you tell for people to guess? And then we'll have it on, like, my next podcast. I'll
Like
say
off
it.
the bat?
Yeah.
Like a riddle or something, or a joke?
Joke.
I don't know. Like, they have to guess the punchline?
No, I'm kidding. I was
Okay,
trying to be
fine.
like Harney there, but, like,
Oh.
if...
Look up what today's national day is.
No, we're not going to do that.
Why?
It's not worth the time.
Today's National Beverage Day. And boy, I tell you, I like to go out. My go-to beverage is a nice cold glass of milk. I could just down a cold glass of milk all day long.
Or a chocolate milkshake. He loves chocolate. That man is
Really?
he's a chocolate enthusiast. But besides that, real question for the next episode or whatever, whenever you're on next, what would you want to have achieved by then, or like what goals could you
Start
you
the
set
YouTube
now?
channel, so I don't have to do this anymore. I'll be too busy. No, I'm kidding. But I really want to start the channel with Mike and Nick. I think it'll go places.
What's your part gonna be? I know you said Nick's gonna be the editor. You're gonna be what?
I'll probably do more of the writing.
Producing and directing it, basically.
Yeah,
Okay,
like that kind of stuff.
I can
But
see that.
primarily, that'd be my like behind the scenes thing. But primarily, I'd be like a commentator.
Yeah, and that
Just
makes
a
sense. And acting,
personality.
yeah. And the thing is, too, you could have Nick as the cameraman because he knows all that
Yeah,
stuff.
goodness knows you don't want him in front of it.
Exactly.
Get
Yeah.
that? You're
No,
just
I
like, yep.
get it. I get it. Yeah, that makes complete sense. Which is just how Nick is. But funny thing is, this is the last thing I'm going to mention.
All right.
So it was me, Nick, Harney, Sam, and Mike. All five of us were at a table, and we
You
actually
talking
tried.
about this? Yeah.
We tried to record an episode of the podcast, and it literally went.
It tanked. It bombed. It was
shit
going to
hit
be
the fan,
episode.
literally.
What was it?
Again.
Episode 5.
Shit hit the fan.
It literally hit the fan.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it really sucked. But hopefully, when we go to the land or like just when we're together again, we can actually have it work out to the way we wanted it.
The main complication was we need to find a way, because we have limited equipment, we need to find a way where we can all talk at the same time. Because when we were in the basement, we had it set up in a way where we could only talk it, one at a time with shared mics, and we had to switch back and forth between the frequencies.
We might as well
That
just
was
have
too
one mic.
complicated to do, yeah.
Might as well just have one mic and talk.
The setup we're using right now is between one mic. Him and I are sharing like in between us, and that's working well. So if that works,
We hit an hour just like usual. Me
Yeah.
and Sam average an hour for the
so
podcast.
if that works and it works well, we'll just use this same setup with the other guys too. And now we know. So this is kind of like our
Median.
our guinea pig episode.
Are gonna fit. Yeah, it is. And this is wait. Let me see. What episode are we on? I didn't even write it down. Yeah, what episode? Hold on. Sam, any last words you have to say before you leave?
No.
No last words.
Yeah, just hope to be on again. Hope to
You will.
be making our own content.
Oh, it's episode 6, guys. We're back
Nice.
for episode 6, and we're about to leave. But I thank you guys for all watching, and thank you, Sam, for coming on as usual.
Listening. Thank you all
Or
for
listening.
listening.
Well, not watching. Jeez.
Do good. Be honest. Follow your dreams. Don't ever let the shit hit the fan. Literally.
Literally.
Figuratively, it's okay. Don't be like
Came to
that.
Drexel 2024. Don't let shit hit the fan, literally. But thank you guys for listening, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode with Sam as usual, and we'll have him on probably while I'm at school. It's probably going to be the thing that's going to happen. Or if not, it'll be in person again when I see him in December.
Right.
Because I'm not going to be here in November because I'm going to see my mom. So, but thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.